What's up, dudes? So I'm back with another video. Now, we have entered 2026. With that, of course, in the world of music comes anticipated albums. So today we're going to be looking at Revolver's list of their most anticipated albums for 2026. I'll be interested to see what they actually have in there, because I'm not that up on what's coming up this year. I'm still like trying to get in everything that came out last year, so I'm sure this list won't have everything, but hopefully there is some good stuff in there and something that we will all look forward to. I think this list goes in alphabetical order from just having a quick glance, so let's have a look and see what Revolver has in store for us in 2026. First up, we've got Alice in Chains, title to be TBA, release date TBA, but it does say the follow-up to 2018's Rain and Fog does prove to be in the cards. It would likely be come out in 2026 at the earliest, very, very late in the year. I didn't listen to their last one, that Rain of Fog, so I have no idea what that sounded like. I really liked the two before. Obviously, I think Dirt is one of the greatest metal albums, grunge albums, whatever you want to call it, of all time. So I would be excited for some new Alice in Chains. Next up, Alter Bridge, title Alter Bridge, and release date January 9th, so literally this week. I think as this video is pretty much coming out, this one will be out, so that's cool. It says that Miles Kennedy is going to tap into the essence of the band with this one, and apparently it was recorded at the iconic 5150 studios in California, of course, you know, where Van Halen and Eddie and all those guys recorded. So yeah, I mean, I really like Alter Bridge a lot. They always seem to just like bridge that little bridge. I didn't even mean to say that. They seem to do bridge a lot between, you know, sort of heavy rock and metal. And, you know, they've just got such a good guitar player. Their drummer's great. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about something from Alter Bridge. I'm sure a lot of you are the same. Do you like music? Of course you do, because you're watching and listening to this channel. I have an album out. That's right, my album is out. It is called Entombed, under the name Mercury Night. I've worked really, really hard on this one. Really, really proud of it to release my first album and get it out there. So it's kind of dark, synth, pop, weird, emo, gothy. I can't really describe it. It's all of those things and none of those things. So if you like the sound of that, go and check it out. I'm very, very proud of it, and I'd love you guys to have a listen. Link in the description. Back to the video. The next one I know a lot of you guys will be excited about, but I haven't really put my teeth into this band, and I haven't loved what I've heard, if I'm honest. It's Bad Omens. It currently says title TBA, release date TBA as well, but it does say it's going to be the follow-up to the 2022 breakthrough, The Death of Peace of Mind. I know a lot of people absolutely love this band. I'm not anywhere near that train at the moment. I heard some of the riffs. I think, yeah, that's pretty good. Always with these sorts of bands seems to be a little too on the nose, sort of to bring me the horizon kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of you will be excited about that, but this will probably be one I'll give a miss. Burn Eternal, which apparently is Killswitch Engage guitarist Adam, and of course the old Killswitch Engage vocalist Howard Jones doing a project called Burn Eternal. I've never even heard of this, so I'm actually really excited. Whenever these guys work together, it is something special. I mean, Adam is such a great producer, such a great writer. I mean, I didn't really like their last Killswitch album that much. Just got a couple of good songs in it, but apart from that, it's pretty flat. So I'd like to see, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to sound like Killswitch. It can sound like anything, really. But as long as it's got these two on it, I'm pretty sure it will be good. So this one I'll be adding to my list of things to listen to. Now, this one's a bit of a surprise. Deafheaven. I mean, Lonely People with Power came out last year. Legit, well, probably the best album of the year for a lot of people. You know, like, just an amazing black gaze album. I don't know why they're on here, but it does say that vocalist George Clark said that they're going to hit the road hard, possibly with new tunes in the set list, and promise that Deafheaven will have new music next year. So I don't know what that means. Like, you know, I'm not used to bands releasing stuff that quickly. I haven't even fully absorbed the emotion of Lonely People with Power yet, let alone sinking my teeth into something else as Deafheaven. You need to give Deafheaven albums a few years to breathe, to actually understand and process them. So it will be really weird if we get music that quickly. I mean, I'll still be excited about it, whether that will be an EP, you know, just a couple of singles or maybe some B-sides. from Lonely People with Power. But yeah, weird one, but anything from Deafheaven I'm always excited about. Next up, and one I will definitely be excited about, is Down. It currently says title TBA, release TBA, so, you know, we've got no actual release date, but apparently Phil Anselmo is saying that they're in the final stages of completing the album, and that was about last April, so hopefully it will be mixed, mastered, and all ready to go at some point this year. The last thing they released was, what, 2013? So it has been a very long time. I personally enjoy every single thing Down do. It's just so groovy and stoner and just fantastic. And obviously, you know, Pantera have been such a high the last few years, you know, doing all the great shows with Zach. So yeah, I think it's something to really look forward to, especially if you're a Pantera or a Down fan. So yeah, that'll be something I will definitely be looking forward to this year. Next up, it's Electric Callboy, another band that I do enjoy on some level, but I'm not as mad as everyone else is about this band. Like, everyone just goes crazy for Electric Callboy, and while I like the songs that I hear, and when I see the videos I'm like, that's pretty cool, I would never personally go out of my way to listen to them. No, I would never just stick on Electric Callboy, but you know, if you want to listen to them, that's awesome. They still are a good sounding band. Again, title TBA, release date TBA, they're not really giving us much information with these, are they? But they do say, you know, they'll have to try and capitalise on their breakthrough album. That was like 2022, so it has been quite a while. I know they've done like a live album and some other stuff since then, and obviously they're such a huge band, shifting merch and everything like no one's business, so they'll probably be, you know, really pumped to get another big album out there. So I'll be interested to see if this one hits as hard as the last one did, and if they can, you know, keep their boosting the sort of popularity that they've built up over the last couple of years. So yeah, interesting one. Let's see how this one pans out. Next up is Evanescence. Title TBA, release date TBA, can you guess? I don't think Revolver actually know when people are releasing these albums. I mean, it's just going to be guesswork at this point, or clues, isn't it, really, to see when people will release stuff. Some people, you'll have hard ones, but some bands will be a guess, or, you know, if they've already put out singles. They put out a couple of singles, I know that, and I think Amy Lee done a single as well with Poppy and the singer from Spirit Box. I really liked the last Evanescence album. I thought it was really, really great. One of their best, actually, in their whole discography. So yeah, I'd like something else from them, definitely. And live, they're always fantastic as well. It says here that Amy Lee said that it's just a way to relate to people, speak about what's true, let it out, and I feel an opportunity to put something good into the world. We need a release, I need a release. So I don't know whether that means she needs some sort of release, or they are going to release something. But I'm guessing if they've put out 2 singles, they're more than likely going to put something out in 2026. So that would be something I would definitely listen to. Next up is Gojira. Now, I'm not the biggest Gojira fan. I admit that. I enjoyed their set when they headlined Bloodstock. I didn't think they were the best. I thought they were good. I didn't think his vocals were great, or they were cracked up to be. But you can't deny how much of a musically, how absolutely incredible this band is. And it looks like they're going to put something out in 2026. Of course, title TBA, release TBA. But yeah, I think a lot of people enjoy that. I mean, I think their albums always just get a big buzz. People love it. They always put out really crushing riffs. So yeah, I would check out a new Gojira album. Not that I've loved their stuff, but if they put out a single that really pulls me in, it might be the album to get me into this band finally. Next is Incubus. Now, thinking about it, being a big Incubus fan, it has been a bloody long time since they've released an album. 2017 was the last time this band put out an album, which is crazy. I know they've been celebrating, obviously, the Morning View and a lot of anniversaries since then, and obviously COVID happened, so they've probably been put out quite a lot. But it does say that they were supposed to release an album last October, which I did talk about on the podcast a little bit, and how excited I was. Obviously, that didn't happen and didn't come out. So I would guess that's going to come out this year. Apparently it is titled Something in the Water. So I don't know what that means or what that reference is, but I think it should be quite fun. Hopefully, you know, they've still got it. We haven't listened to them for so long. You know, it's weird how much a band can change within, you know, almost 10 years of not releasing an album. So this one I'll be so interested to listen to, and just hope that, you know, they've still got what Incubus have. They did release a couple of singles since the last album that I thought were really great, but they obviously just didn't put out an album to sort of boost them up, or whatever they were doing with them, I don't know. But yeah, Incubus putting out a new album this year, Something in the Water. I'm buzzing for it. Knocked Loose. Again, a band I wouldn't necessarily get out of my way to listen to. Maybe more than some bands because they are quite good. I saw them live. They were absolutely killer live. So even if I wouldn't check this band out, their record necessarily, I would definitely be checking them out live if they were on any sort of lineup that I was seeing. But it does say that they are writing, and that was last year. So could be a possibility of them putting some out in 2026, maybe. Next up, a big one, we have Korn. Of course, Requiem came out in 2022. Really, really great album. I did sort of slate the actual recording of it a little bit because they recorded it on tape, and I felt like it didn't have that sort of modern feel that Korn have had on the last few albums before that. I mean, they have done it in the past before. So yeah, I wasn't too keen on the album's sound, but I really liked the songs. I think they're doing it again on traditional tape. Brian Head Welsh says here that they were sweating out in the studio and they've been laying all the new songs down on traditional analog tape, old school style. So it might not sound the way I want it to, but Korn with their releases just always pull out really, really great songs, great writing, really good hooks. So yeah, any Korn I'm always excited about. But yeah, it's been a while, so definitely going to check it out. Another big one, obviously from the world of nu metal, Limp Bizkit, of course, looking to put out an album. They did release that, Making Love to Morgan Wallen or whatever it was called. That was pretty good, actually. I quite liked it. Pretty old school, a bit of a significant sort of feel to it. And I know that they've been working on an album for ages, so hopefully that will come out this year. I think it might have a release date. Someone said to me it had a release date, but on here it says it doesn't have a release date, so I'm not actually sure, but I'm pretty sure like in May time, I think, that this album's going to be coming out before they're set a download. So yeah, I mean, I'm always excited about Limp Bizkit. Loved Still Sucks, the last album in 2021. Thought that was great. So yeah, it's about time we got some new Limp Bizkit. Fingers crossed, it's good. Loathe. Now, I mean, I don't know how a band could get so huge and be so great just off of one album. It's crazy these guys haven't released an album. I think it came out in like 2020. We let it in, it took everything. That is a 10 out of 10 album, no doubt. But God, we have been waiting a long time for this band to release an album. The vocalist, Karim, did say that they were going to release an album in 2024. Obviously, that didn't happen. Didn't come out in 2025, so 2026. I mean, this says title TBA, release date TBA, so could be a total gas, but I think, 5 years is a long time to have such a big album and not follow up on it quite quickly, like other bands have done. So whether they've had difficulty writing it, difficulty recording it, maybe they just haven't got the sound they wanted, I don't know. But Loathe, another album, is something that will be highly, highly anticipated, so it better live up to the hype. Marilyn Manson, of course, so they do have the title, so One Assassination Under God Chapter 2. Chapter 1 I thought was brilliant, really, really great. That came out in 2024. Really great album. Like, I wouldn't say a return to form. I don't think he's put out anything bad necessarily. His career has been up and down in a few spots, but overall, I mean, all of his releases are pretty damn good, to be honest. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. Loved the last album. Any Manson, I'm all here for it. Mastodon, yeah, it's been a little while since Mastodon released something, although I did really, really love their last album, Hush and Grim. Thought it was brilliant. Of course, Brett Hines passed away, which is really sad. He obviously left the band slightly before that, but yeah, that death is really going to kick this album into like a turbo gear. I think the band are really going to reflect on it and maybe write something that's going to be just beautiful. And Bill Kelly, the new guitarist, wow, when I saw him at Bloodstock, I thought, this is the guy. They sounded invigorated and just, it's the best I've ever heard Mastodon sound. So yeah, really excited to see what they come out with. It's going to be emotional, but I think it's going to be good. And coming this month, Megadeth, title Megadeth, Tipping Point, or I don't know what the album's going to be called. I think it might just be called Megadeth, I don't know. The release date is January 28th. Now, being someone in the last 4 or 5 years who has really, really ramped up his listening to Megadeth, like I've really fallen in love with them, I'm just really excited for this last album. I mean, their outputs, again, up and down in places, but pretty solid overall, really. And I've loved the single, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Going to try to get tickets to go to the tour whenever they do that, or if they play any festivals or they do any secret sets or anything like that. I'm just going to try and jump at the chance to see Megadeth and just get that last little bit. I know you know, hopefully it's not a Slayer where we're going, oh, we're back, oh, we're going, we're back. But you never know with these bands. It could be a last chance. It might not. But yeah, any Megadeth release always has me interested. Mudvayne. Yeah, I mean, how long has it been since we've had a Mudvayne album? Like 15 years or something like that. So I really liked the singles. Hurt People, I thought was really good. They had another one I can't remember the title of, but that was good as well. It kind of did wet the palate a little bit to say, this is really good. It's kind of old school, but it has a little bit of a new feel as well. I'm excited for anything that they do or put out. Hopefully it's a really good record and they can tour it and they can get on. You know, I thought they were going to be added to the download lineup this year. I was really excited thinking Mudvayne. Oh, they're not going to be on there. But yeah, Mudvayne, definitely going to be checking it out. President. Now, this is an interesting one. Obviously, title TBA, release date TBA. But yeah, I wasn't thrilled with King of Terrors, their little mini album EP. It wasn't quite an album or an EP. It wasn't great overall. I thought the first single they put out was absolutely fantastic, blew me away, and it kind of just went down and down from there. I don't think that the hype of the band, the music lived up to the hype of the band. And I know how talented Charlie is, so, and I'm sure the rest of the guys as well, but yeah, I think we need more from them. So if they were to put out another EP this year and it was better, I feel like that would boost it up. I think that the intrigue of this band will wear off, so they need the good music to back it up. So interested. I mean, I'll be checking them out at Slam Dunk and see what they're all about. Couldn't get in the tent to download last year. So yeah, we'll see, and hopefully it's good. Shinedown, of course, title TBA, release TBA. But yeah, I think they're 2022 Planet Zero. We did done a review of that for the podcast, and I thought it was really good. I haven't gone back to it since, but listening to it, I thought it was great. I caught a tiny bit of them at download. I know how much people of, you know, UK festivals absolutely love this band. He's a fantastic singer. They're a great band. So I'll be interested to see what they do next, whether it's going to be heavy, whether it's going to be sort of more in the commercial direction. I don't really know what to expect from this band's next release, but it will definitely be one of the things we'll be checking out and probably reviewing it for the podcast as well. Next up, a huge one, Slipknot. Now, I would have expected, you know, a actual release from it. It's been a little while. They've come off of Roadrunner Records. They can pretty much do whatever they want now, dictate what they want to do, put out as much stuff as they want to do. But we haven't really heard much from Slipknot at all within that time. I know they've played gigs and done some other stuff, but it says that this release is going to be Look Outside Your Window, or Look Outside Your Window. If you're not familiar with this has been talked about for years. So during their recording of All Hope Is Gone, the band went off into little like subsections and recorded loads of like chilled out, weird, vibey stuff. Some of it made it onto the album, a lot of it didn't. I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff as well that will be involved in this, but this album has been talked about for absolutely ages, and it looks like at some point, because they're now doing whatever they want to do without Roadrunner sort of lording over them, it will get a release. So I'll be interested to see if that comes out first or the new Slipknot album, actual, you know, new material album comes out first. But yeah, fingers crossed we get some Slipknot. I'd love to hear this Look Outside Your Window and just actually hear what it's like. Will it live up to the 15-year hype? I don't know. Next up, it's never 4-4. I'm joking. It can be 4-4 sometimes, I'm sure. It's Tool, of course, title TBA, release date TBA. But I didn't realise that their last album was 2019, which is ages ago. It feels like they released an album much after that, but I'm just thinking of all the Pucifer stuff that he's been doing, and probably like Perfect Circle and whatever else he's been doing for a while. So yeah, new Tool. I haven't really absorbed the last one. I think I listened to it a little bit at the time. I wasn't that fond of it. Maybe I should go back and listen to it. You know, Tool takes a lot of time to absorb and sort of settle in your mind. And I think 2019 I was probably bouncing around listening to loads of different stuff. But yeah, if Tool do bring something out, I will listen to it. And hopefully I can get a few listens in, so, you know, it might not grab my attention straight away, but I can let the Tool sink in, and hopefully I like it. So yeah, new Tool this year, fingers crossed. And finally, they are ending their list with Rob Zombie, who will have an album released titled The Great Satan, which is a great release name. And apparently that's going to come out on February 27th. I'll be honest, I haven't paid that much attention to Rob Zombie probably in the last 10 years, maybe plus that. So I might have to, before this comes out, go back and maybe delve into a couple of those albums and see if it was good. I know he's always good live, maybe not vocally, but performance-wise, always very good. So yeah, if he brings something out and, you know, there's no releases around that or something, I'll definitely check it out. I really like some of his older stuff from back in the day. So yeah, Rob Zombie, The Great Satan, coming out February 27th. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was Revolver's list of their most anticipated albums. There were more on there, but I couldn't go through the 60 that they have, so I just picked out the ones that I thought you guys would dig and that I dig as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching as always. Thank you to my patrons who have been on the screen. I'm just looking forward to a really exciting 2026. Loads of videos, I've got loads of great stuff planned, loads of cool ideas, you know, festival season, we're gearing up for that now, so you're going to get all the standard content that you would normally get from me and lots more. So yeah, come and join me on Patreon if you want to, and come and support me over there. But as always, thank you very much for liking these videos, subscribing. You guys are literally just the best. So if you're watching this, you like what you see, subscribe. I mean, this is just going to be a fantastic year for me, and hopefully you guys watching as well. So thank you very much, and as always, I shall see you dudes in the next video. You should go and subscribe to my channel, just because. Come on, subscribe.